Hello, my name is Lee Peterson, and I'm going to be showing you my password management app. So, for the language, I chose Python, which allows me to implement GUI easily because there's a built-in Python GUI. It allows me to implement databases very easily with SQLite right here, as well as I was able to easily download cryptography to handle the uh, encryption and decryption. So we'll just start off. I'll delete my existing name and password.txt because that is actually created by the file itself. So we'll just run the application now. So it starts by prompting you with a login screen for username and password. So let's just try any combination now because there should be no saved files. There should be no saved information. So if we try just test, test, login, no account with that username. Alright, so we'll create the account. It's been created. Here's our key for our user generated key for encryption. I'll go ahead and copy that with Control C. I'll keep that over here on my key storage file here, and you can see it just copies the entire message box with this being the key. So now if I go ahead and just click, well, first I'll show you the error of not correcting it. So this is a created account, so I'm going to just change the password here to something else, just password. Login. So there's some kind of error and it's showing that your combination is wrong. You press OK, it allows you to try again. So I'll just enter the password, the correct password this time. So now we have a new menu popping up and it gives us three options: exit, add new accounts, and accounts. So add new accounts allows you to input new values. Accounts allows us to view the accounts given the encryption key that the user has stored here, and exit just closes the program. So I'll go ahead and open up this database actually now to show you that it has created a database just on user creation account. So it'll be in that same directory. There it is, test, and it'll be SQL database, so .db. Okay, so now we look in here. It's created a table called accounts with three different variables, website being the key, username and password also being there. And if you look at the structure, you'll see that they're typed blob, which is it saves the exact input that I'm putting in because I'm doing the encryption and encoding in the program itself, whereas this would typically encode it if you did text or something. So now if we go to new accounts, we'll get this new pop-up with website, username, password, and submit. So let's do a trial account real quick. So Facebook, username, we'll just do username. Password is going to be password. Submit that. Account has been stored. It's notified us. So now if we go back to this table of the database and we refresh it, go to data. Oh, there it is. So now you'll see that the website, username, and password have all been saved here, but they're all encrypted. So definitely not the same saved value. But if we go to, we can close out this window now because I'm not going to add any more yet. We go to accounts. It prompts us to enter that user key, so I'll just copy that directly from here. Insert it. Okay. So now it's created this table with website, username, password. The username and password are interactable, so you can, you know, you can close it out like that. It won't alter the database at all, so even if you accidentally do that, that's fine. But you can do it to like copy paste things, return a menu. So I'll go ahead and add a couple more accounts just to show you how it handles multiple accounts stored. Oh, don't need long strings, so we'll do to Facebook, so we'll do Google, and just username password will make it the same as a website just to make it simple. So that's been stored, so we can now go ahead and store a couple more. And we'll do YouTube. Okay, so now if we go close this out, open up the accounts again, we have the same key here. So I'll need to copy that in its entirety. Okay, so now we'll have all three things displayed. Facebook, Google, YouTube, username, password is all sorted, and the table expands downward as more inputs are put. The only downside right now to this is if you do go beyond the text box, it will run off or start pushing things off the text box. It won't automatically wrap because the text is variant size, but that doesn't stop you from, you know, just double clicking real quick. It'll highlight the entire thing. You can copy it that way. So visually, you're not seeing it all, but it's all there. So I'll return to menu. So that's how the entire program works there. And then I'll go ahead and open up that new name and text password file because we had deleted it previously. It's created a new one with the exact same name, and there's the username stored as a key, and that will be non-encrypted, non-hashed because that's just the username. Then there's the password hashed, so that password is just test with a capital T converted into hash. And if we go to, what was I going to show you next? Oh yes, the way it is able to check these. So I'll go ahead and actually make a new account real quick. So let's do the same username, test, but with a different password. I'll do password this time. If I log in, still shows that error. One of the two is wrong. We don't want to say that only the password is wrong because then that just makes it easier to start brute forcing it. So we'll try a new name. We'll do username, and we'll try that password for the previous one from test with a capital T. So now it's showing us the error. There's no account name under that name. So it's not showing us the password's wrong. It's just saying there's no account under that name. So if we try to create an account that way, it kind of gives up the fact that we do have that password there, but it does stop you from creating it. So we'll do password now for this password. There we go. There's our new key generated for this account. Go ahead and just store it here for convenience. And now here we go. We'll just add another Google instance. Do some test things, just random. I'll even add some random characters here. Information stored. Let's look at that account. Need to grab our key. And there you go. Google test random password we threw out there. And what happens if you do use the wrong key? So let's just try anything else. It will just not do anything. It'll close that out. And you'll see in the terminal that it shows token generated is not correct. Or in this case, because the key wasn't even the correct length, it shows that it wasn't fitting the correct length of a Fernet key. But if I use the other password, other account's key for this password, it will bring this up. So it was saying, okay, you did a correct key size, but there's no encryption going on because the encryption couldn't be decrypted with the key you provided. So there's no outputs, and you'll see that here in the terminal, invalid token. So that should be it for what I need to show you guys. Hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.